before you leave, put it to the battery icon.
Yeah.
Then as soon as the engine's running, that will supply 12 volts to the fridge, and it'll keep it cool as you're travelling.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you obviously get to site, you need to take it off that, because once you've disconnected off the car. So to select energy is this left button. So I can either select gas, and that will automatically light the gas.
Yeah.
Okay, or electric. Most people run on electric.
Yeah.
Okay. The on-off button is this little tiny button here. So you need to just press and hold that to switch it on or off.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's select button. That's your on-off. What I'll just show you now is if the gas fails to light. So I just put on battery icon because I can show you failure. Because obviously it realises no car there. It's nothing connected. So blue light starts flashing, and you've got a spanner there.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're operating on gas and that's doing that, it's failed to light.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what reasons may be is 1, you haven't turned your gas on.
Yeah.
2, you haven't got any gas. Or 3, there may be air in the system. So all you do is press and hold that, switch it off, check all them different things, give it around about 30 seconds to a minute to reset.
Yeah.
Then switch it back on again.
Okay.
It may take 2 or 3 attempts. If you haven't used it on gas for a while, it's got air in it and it's trying to purge the air out of the gas system. Okay? If you see that flashing on any other, so if you see that flashing on the electric, like the others, either it's tripped or you haven't plugged the electric in.
Yeah.
Okay? Or the bollard that you've connected to is tripped.
Yeah.
Okay? This side here is your temperature. So all 5 lit, that's the coldest setting. Okay? If it's obviously coming out too cold, or frozen butter or whatever, you might just need to just keep pressing it, it just goes round and round and round. So 2 or 3 is round about average for this country. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. Next thing we may want to do is heat the water. I've got a feeling the dog will have to move because they're consuming it's just beyond that door.
He's making himself comfy already.
Oh, that's fair enough, yeah. Right, so down here is your consumer unit. Oh, right. You can see there's a button there on the water heater.
Can you sit here?
Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see, because...
Obviously you won't be able to see it on the camera. You're just gonna so you see water heater. So that's just a button. What you do not want is that being switched on with no water in that boiler.
Oh, yeah.
It's like trying to boil a kettle with no water in it. You're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got a thermal switch that will trip on in the actual boiler itself. But obviously being a second-hand van, you don't know how many times somebody might have already done that. The next time it's happened, it may, excuse me, it may obviously damage the element.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a really important. That if anything, you are definitely going to. You may damage. Nothing else you shouldn't be able to damage.
So how do you know the water's in? How do you know you've got water in the boiler?
That tap.
Yeah.
Someone's got solid stream coming through there. You know that tank's full.
Yeah.
What I would suggest is when you're leaving site, when you're coming home, make sure you switch that off.
Yeah.
Even though you unplug electric, obviously it switches it off because there's no power going to it.
When you plug it in the other end. Yeah.
You've drained it. You've got to the next site. Plug it in because that's what you're doing outside. You haven't probably got the water running at this stage. You plug the electric in. If that's switched on, it will start heating that element.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it might just trip. But if you're unlucky, it might damage the element.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be costing a new element. Okay? So that is heating your water on electric on that button there. Okay?
Which button?
That one that says water heater.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is on. Obviously, if it's not lit, it's off.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll switch it off now so I don't forget. I have done it myself.
Yeah.
So it's not difficult to do because when you're going home and that is shut, you can't see that. It's not obvious.
Yeah.
So what you could do, you might want to do a list of things to do. If you go on the Camping and Caravan website, they've got lists, checklists and things like that as well on there, which are quite useful. Checklists are always good, especially when you're new to it. Even though experience, you could still forget.
Oh yeah.
Because you think, oh, I know what I'm doing, so you're running around doing other things. Okay. Right. So what you've also got is space heater. That is your isolator, which I'll explain a bit more in a minute. Obviously you've got your trip switches, info note there to say what they're connected to. You have got a test button there. So they recommend that when you plug your electrics in, just trip that, just to make sure it is tripping. Okay? You can have fun with that, dog. Okay? Charger. So this one here is another button. As long as that is switched on, you've got electric connected, it will charge your battery.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the next one along is just an indicator light. So that is not a switch. If you go on the continent, they wire things different than what we do. Okay? If you plug in your electrics, come in and have a look. If it's lit, it is definitely reversed. It won't damage anything, but you're going to need an adapter to operate off their electrics.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, this side of it, obviously you get 12 volt fuses. As I said, there's all 12 volt systems in this van. That is obviously what they're connected to. And then system shutdown button. So when you're in storage or you're not using it, you can switch that down. As obviously it stops you draining your battery too quickly. Okay, if you do switch it off there, you have to make sure you switch it back on there when you come to use it, because just trying to switch it up on there, it won't obviously do it. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Right, so water heat on electric, we'll just go back to that now then. So that will heat your water on electric. Okay? To operate it on gas is a different control, which is over that side. So you cannot even operate it on both if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
If you want to heat the water up really quickly, you can operate it on gas as well. So I'll just stand out here out the way for a minute. So you've got two controls that look very similar there. You can see that one says 230 volts. It says ultra heat. Ultra heat is heater. Ultra store, storing your hot water.
Okay.
Okay. And it's also, you can see that. You see there, it's got a little gas icon. Okay. So that is your water heating on gas. So to operate it, turn the outer ring, the grey ring. That clicks on. You can see. I don't think you can see. There's a nice little green light in there at the moment.
Yeah.
That's saying system's okay. If it goes to red, it's failed. Okay, so if it goes to red and fails, turn it off. Things you want to check then are, again, have you turned the gas on? Have you got any gas? So you could just light your cooker up just to see if you've got gas running. If you remember the cover on the outside of the boiler vent, take that off. Make sure that's off. Okay. Then the other thing is it's got air in the system. So same as your fridge, you may have air in the system, so you need to purge it out. So give it again 30 seconds to a minute to reset. Turn it back on again and see if it will light. If it goes to red again, it's failed. So turn it off again, give it another period. It should take. It all depends. If you haven't used it for quite a while, it may take 2 or 3 attempts to purge the air out. Okay, but otherwise, green light, that's okay. You've got thermostat control on the gas side of it. You haven't on the electric. Well, it is thermostat, but you've got no control over it, so it's 70 degrees on electric. On gas, you have got a bit more control over it if you wanted to. Okay, but most people do tend to run it on electric anyway. It's usually pretty efficient on the electric side. Okay.
Well, it's free as well if you're only knocked up on a site, aren't you, most of the time?
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to be using your gas. You pay for your pitch. You've got electric with it.
Use it.
I don't know how long it's going to be before they start charging for electric, but at the moment it's kind of free, but obviously you're still paying for your pitch. All right. So that's your water heat on gas. Water heat on electric is down there. To operate your fire. So remember, there's that other switch down there next to the water heater, which says space heater. Yeah. Don't ask me why it should say space heater. You think the ultra heat would be the same as that, but so to operate that, that is switched on. Again, you've got the outer control. It looks very similar. You see that it's got a little green light in there again. It's not gas. I've got a lovely compressor at the back of our ship. Right. So green light says you've got the energy there. So if that little switch is not on down there, that green light won't be on, and you're not going to be operating on electric. So you've got a selection of 2,000 watts, 500 or 1,000 if you can see down the side there. Obviously 2,000 or 2 kilowatts is obviously the highest setting. What that will be doing is heating an element up beyond that fire. Okay. You have got a thermostat control there.
Does that fire get hot, the front of it? Or?
It can get reasonably warm,
I'm just thinking of the dog.
Yeah, I think the dog will recognise it.
No, just...
Yeah, it does get, it can get warm, it can get warm. Thermostat control, if the 9 is against, whatever number's against the green light, so if it's 9, that's the highest setting. Or 1, the lowest setting. You can hear the click then. Okay, otherwise sensitive is off. If you want to, you can run the fire off gas. So this side is the control for gas. Right, if I turn that to there now, can you hear it clicking? Yeah. So that's the igniter waiting to obviously ignite the gas. Depress the button. Hear the clicking stopped. I don't know if you just heard the gas fire up. Then that's it. If you can see down, if you're at a certain angle, you can see, if you look down there, you can actually see the burner. You can actually see the flame. You have to get it just at the right angle. But if I took my finger off that and it's carried on clicking, obviously it hasn't lit, so you just press and hold it that bit longer. The narrow part of the pointer, obviously that's the setting part. So obviously that pointing at 10, that's the highest. The gas side of it is a lot more efficient than the electric. Electric 2 kilowatt obviously is not a huge amount of energy. It'll warm it up. If you're in a really cold day, you just arrived and the caravan's freezing, fire up on the gas for say half an hour or till it's warm. then you could turn the gas off, turn the electric heating side of it on, and it'll tick over quite nicely on the heating.
Okay, yeah.
So you just use the gas just to warm it up quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want. If you want to do one, that'll just leave your coat on until the electric side
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
warmed up. Okay? So nice and warm, doggy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just feel a bit warm from that now. This side of it, which I haven't explained yet. So this, you've got a fan, so it's blown air. You can see in certain places there's little vents, little round vents.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That will circulate the air around.
Okay, yeah.
So if you centres off, to the left, that's manual. So that can change the speed there. Okay, if you've got heating on, always have some kind of fan on. So that will be pushing the warm air around the van. Okay. To the right, that's auto. So that's on the thermostat control now, this one. So set where you want the fan to be, and as it warms up or cools down or whatever, obviously it goes up and down with the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then centres off. It works with either. So if you run it on gas, it's independent. So it'll
Work with it,
yeah. It will also operate as a fan as well.
yeah.
It just circulate the air, whatever. It's obviously not going to cool it down, but it'll
Yeah,
just
yeah.
circulate the air around if you want to, without any heat. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Right. All the fun
There we
things.
go.
Yeah, we're going kitchen end again.
Come on.
Right. So cooker.
We don't need to know about the cooker, do we, Kerma? Come here. Come here, Kerma. Come on.
I would never dare say that. Especially to my wife, she'll give me a slap. Right. Electric igniter on there. So to ignite, if you used the gas cooker before or not.
Yeah.
So just turn it, press it, releases the gas, press the igniter.
Yeah.
Ooh, so is that your phone? It was the camera. I just thought it was the camera's telling me it was the battery dying. It has got a safety device. I'll just fire it up again. Not that I want any heat in the van, if I can help it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
safety device on there. Obviously, you still wouldn't really want to be putting that down when it's when it's hot.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to light it and that is not fully back,
Yeah.
it might not light then. Okay. Be very cautious. Obviously, electric ring. Obviously, can hold its heat a lot longer. You go and put the glass down. That heat's still there. They go off with a fair bang.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Grill pan. Obviously, there's a handle. Obviously, normally you wouldn't cook with that in there. And obviously, oven. Exactly the same. All on the igniter. Okay. And that one doesn't even look like it's been used. You get some people that don't actually use.
Everybody
Use it
barbecues, don't
Yeah,
they?
well, yeah, a lot of people do now. Or some people just don't like getting things dirty. They don't want to be cleaning things. But yeah, a lot of people don't use them. I know we have got, our cleaners are very good. They can get some of the really grotty looking vans that are up to standard, but you know, you can just tell by looking at that. It's hardly been used. Right, microwave. Do not travel with glass plate in, because if that drops down, so it drops onto there, it's going to be expensive. Okay, best. Well, my wife tends to do is put it in the bowl with a tea towel, stop it going as you're travelling along, which will bounce around. I'll just sneak it there for now. Obviously, it stops it from running about. Microwave, slightly different than what we normally have. So you can press the power button. I'll just try to remember then because it's slightly different. Press the power button, or press it once. That's 100%. Press it again, 80%. So whatever percentage you want to run it at. Then you can turn that for seconds. Okay, then just press start, away it goes. Or if you press that, it goes up in 30-second increments and starts automatically.
Let me see if he wants to go.
Okay? Yeah. Oh, I thought he was getting interested in the microwave.
He wants to go. He might want to have
Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably a bit warm in here as well.
Yeah.
Or there again, it might just be someone that wants to go and chew. I'm just thinking, here it is. Right, so TV aerial. So this is what is called a directional aerial. Have a look to see where everybody else is pointing their aerial first.
Right.
Loosen that off. See, there's a little note on here. It says red spot denotes the front of the antenna. Okay, which is that point there. Push it up, turn it to wherever they're pointing it, lock it off. So hopefully they're pointing in the right direction. Then hopefully you've got a good chance of getting a signal. You've got a booster there, so obviously make sure that red light's on. Is he on off on that one or that one? That one. So make sure that is switched on. So that gives you a better chance of getting a signal. Depending where you are, if you're in a bad area anyway, you might struggle to get a signal anyway. Okay, just make sure you do pull that down before you travel. So obviously any aerial's sticking above there, you don't want to be collecting any trees on the way home. What you can also do is change the angle of the top of the aerial by spinning this around. So it's at horizontal at the moment. You wind that down, it tips it up. Again, have a look, see what everybody else is doing. If they've got it tipped at an angle, obviously that's the best angle. Okay, that tightens that up there. I'm assuming this is your telly that's been fitted. So I thought, oh, I wonder if this is a telly that the last customer left. Okay, then bathroom. like I say, you might want to have a look at this, but obviously the bathroom light is there. What you've got is an electric flush for the toilet. So if you remember, you've got that reservoir right there. You hear that noise, normally means it needs filling, because there's obviously nothing coming out. Okay, this here, that will light up when the waste tank's full. Okay, so if that lights up, that means the waste tank is full. So you need to go and empty it. Because normally there'll be a little red light behind that. Okay, to use the toilet, when you see this swivels, it's not falling off. If you're sitting on it and you think it's falling off, it isn't, because these are designed to fit in all sorts of spaces, so you can actually manoeuvre it around. So to use it, if you remember we were talking about the wastegate, if that's not fully closed, so that is open now.
Where's that?
So it's that lever there, look. If I slide that across, that should be open now.
Yeah.
So it needs to be in that closed position to pull the waste tank out.
Closed for waste tank out.
Yeah. Open to use it. So use it, flush it, and then close it back up again. So you obviously keeps the smell out then. Okay. Right. Obviously there's not a huge amount of too complicated apart from complicated.
How long does it take you to set up when you actually get?
Oh, hours. No. Once you get used to it, 30 minutes, something like that. It doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. Once you get used to it, you get into a routine.
Of who's doing what?
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
I'll soon have my battery drill in the back of the car.
That's good. So what we've got here is your shower. Obviously, you've only got 40 litres of water in that Akrol.
Yeah.
If you use the shower on board, a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They tend to use the facilities on site, which are usually pretty good. Okay, to operate your tap. Okay. Okay, so it's making a noise. Or is that tight? That's it. So with this, obviously you don't want to be using too much water.
Yeah.
Because it will empty the Akrol pretty rapid. If you have it just flat out, obviously at the moment I've got it on restriction. So a bit like a garden hose, you just wash a little bit, wet a little bit, okay? Or if you do want it to go continuous, just pop it in that position and you can have it on continuous. It will the other thing you'll be obviously aware of, you've only got 10 litres of hot water, okay? As soon as you start drawing hot water out, it starts topping up with cold water. So the temperature will reduce rather rapid. If you've got that flat out, the heat is going to drop as well quite quickly. Alright? The other thing just inside here, alright, is your table storage.
Okay.
And you can see there it's got a strap with a press stud on.
Yeah.
Make sure you do put that on, and obviously make sure that is shut.
And is that the
for travelling.
in there?
Yes. Yeah. Or you could put that in the awning if you want. It's a freestanding table. Just make sure that is secure. If you're driving down the road and it slides out, it can cause a bit of a lot of mess. Right. Access to your bed. Just be careful. Do not pull up on them because they can snap off quite easy. Make sure you grab hold of the frame rather than them. Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got the storage you can access via under.
And what would you just put like your towels,
anything light?
Yeah.
Anything bulky and light you can store under there.
Yeah.
Anything when you're on site it doesn't matter. But when you're towing, you don't want to put any heavy stuff there.
Everything light.
Anything light can go in there.
Anything heavy wants to be this end, doesn't it?
Yeah, just over the axle or just slightly
like
forward the axle. Okay.
Is that the same as the whole outside thing? Into that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can access it either by lifting that up or by.
I wonder whether there's something else underneath, or
under the.
Yeah.
You got the underslung spare wheel. You mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's right underneath.
Now I just wondered if that was a different storage.
No, that's the same storage.
Yeah.
That's the same storage. Yeah. So obviously, crockery or cutlery or whatever.
Yeah.
There we go. Obviously, crockery or whatever. You're probably better off with the lighter weight stuff.
Yeah. Really.
Just be very careful what you put up in these areas up above these areas. Because anything that, say, if you imagine like a can of beans, right?
If it falls out when you open it, it'll let you on there, doesn't it?
Or it'll go straight through that.
Yeah.
It'll go straight through that. Because this is honeycomb for a start. So it will go straight through that. So anything heavy, do not put them up there.
Yeah.
Obviously when you're on site, that's fine. But
yeah.
Got a radio.
Well, do you know that?
No.
Well, if you saw this out on the line, we take the radio fronts out. Because obviously
we didn't look in all the cupboards. No. I mean, we didn't realise there wasn't a telly in it until he brought the thingy down and said, "So I bought the telly then." Yeah.
So at the moment I can't see it unless it's in. I can't see the aerial cable. So you've got options. So if you're just on a site with no electric, you can just plug into 12 volts.
Yeah.
Okay, but obviously, if you've only got 12 volt battery, it's not going to last too long. Otherwise, you've got the two. You plug into the 240, which is that one, which I've obviously plugged into. And I realise I can't see an aerial, so I need the aerial to plug into that. But okay.
Will you get that up and running before you?
Well, I just need to find an aerial. If it's still in.
Mine's up in there. I think he said.
Yeah, we just said it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he hasn't put an aerial.
Oh.
Not just an aerial cable in there. I don't know. It might. I'm not sure if it comes with an aerial cable. That's the thing. I can't see. No. There's no aerial cable there at the moment. I say they're reasonably easy to set up. That's probably not been done. I need to get an aerial cable.
What's this? What's that?
So that you've got that one is your 12 volt.
Oh, is that 12?
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's your 12 volt one,
yeah.
which is plugged into there. If you're always going to go on electric sites, you obviously don't need that.
Yeah.
You can just put that out the way.
Okay.
But you obviously got the 240, which it goes down to 12 volts via that anyway. Okay. Just make sure this is secure when you obviously put it up, because it will that if that starts bouncing around and causing damage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I think I've covered most things. So light switches. Now you're obviously playing with that. That's your awning light, which is the outside light. Light switches for your kitchen. I'm just trying to see where that one is. Where's that gone? Oh, it's behind me. So, over there, would you believe, in the bedroom? I wasn't expecting that. So the one above your lockers in the bedroom, this one should be above our heads. Yeah. We've got one light switch directly on that light there. The light switches for them ones are there. Has it got dimmers on this? No. No, some of the other versions have dimmers. Light switches on the spotlights are there. I think that's it, more or less. In the bathroom, we saw the bathroom on the end of the cabinet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then that is your handbook there. So if you open the drawer, there's other bits in there as well. So there's all individual appliance books in there.
Okay, yeah.
So I think you've got a. Has it got a handset for the motor moving?
Is that?
Oh, it's there. Oh, it's there. Sorry. And then so you've got the drawers there.
I know what. That's the bed, isn't it? Yeah.
So you're happy how that works, yeah? So
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
pull that out. You probably turn the main cushions over against the wall and then just drop the two backs into the centre.
Oh, you've got a TV.
Yeah. So we got TV
Aerial
point.
plugs there.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that for? Then? Is that a light?
That's your alarm.